Welcome back to the first 6 weeks in kindergarten. Right now we're going to give you a curriculum preview. This will go over the lessons that are attached in Eduphoria to the kindergarten standards. I hope this provides you with kind of an overview of what to expect on Eduphoria. We're also going to touch a few things. One of the first things I want to share with you is it is very important that one of our focuses this year for kindergarten is working on the language and vocabulary and building that for our students. Please remember that the vocabulary that is in the standard is the vocabulary that the students are expected to know. For example, we're about to get to a unit where it emphasizes authority figures. It is very important that instead of calling those people leaders, that we call them the name that is used in the standard, which is authority figures. We're going to jump right into Unit 1. Unit 1 goes over our school community. And one of the lessons that we have added here is an activity that is attached to the standard K.8a, and it is called Learning the Rules. In this, kids create their own rules. You can have kids act out the rules that they create. You can even have them do a photo story. It's based on the book If I Were Queen of the World, and it is by Mark Graham. So if you're looking for that book, go on ahead and start searching for it and pull it aside so that you can use it. Another activity that we have is attached to standard K.9a, and it is called Authority Figures in the School Descriptive Pattern Graphic Organizer. This is just a way for you to use graphic organizers even with kinder students. In the middle you'll see it says Authority Figures in the School, and you can have them draw a picture of the different authority figures that are at your campus. A great idea would be to have each one of those authority figures come into your room and meet your students so that they really know this first 6 weeks who to turn to and are able to identify the important people in the school community. I'm very excited to share with you the different lessons that we have in Unit 2 for family community. One of the first ones is We Are Like, We Are Different activity. And it goes with, all of these go with the standards K.11a and K.11b. In this one, students make their own faces. They look at mirrors, you have them set up around the room, and you have different types of materials that they can look at themselves and really figure out, you could have yarn for hair, anything for eyes. You can kind of get creative with it as much as possible. And you have them create their own faces. Now, you can introduce this by going over the face card samples PowerPoint, which will explain to them and kind of let them see how we're all different. But what's really great about this is that when they're done, you can categorize them, and you can use a graphic organizer to do this. You could even do a foldable at this point, talking about who's alike, who's different. Think you could group them all in. Who's alike with brown hair? Who has blonde hair? Who has brown eyes? It'd be a great way for us to see the commonalities and the differences among us. There is another activity that we have given you that's called Families, Yours and Mine. And what I like about this is it's a great opportunity for your kindergarten families to get actively involved in the learning in the classroom. And you ask them to send in pictures of their families, like a family portrait. And then you can look at the families and talk about who's the tallest, who's the shortest. Great way to use categorizing and to see what's alike and what's different, who has brothers, who has sisters, kind of talking about our family and the community that we create. It's another great way for you to work with your students, both at home and at school. And we all know how much kindergarten parents love to get involved. So this would be a great activity to do that with. In Unit 3, we focus on the local community. And one of the first things we focus on are authority figures in our local community. And you can kind of hear that word authority figures come up all throughout the first 6 weeks. What I love about the Authority Figures PowerPoint and then the Authority Figures lesson plan is it has a great Kagan-like strategy to partner up by developing their pinky partner. And they read the book Policeman Lou and Policeman Sue. And there's even a video that they can watch through United Streaming. So this would be an awesome opportunity for you to invite a police officer you know, or someone like that who can visit with the kids and talk about how they're an authority figure in the local community and what they do. That is attached to the standard K.2b. Another great activity that we have is attached to standard K.7a, and it's called Exploring Our Community. Exploring Our Community gives kids the chance to take a walking field trip around the school and explore what they see out and about in their community. And you can do it on multiple days. So one day you could go to the playground, and another day you could go in another direction. And they can write, if they're ready for that, you know, for example, if they see a park, they could write just the letter P for park, but they can also draw pictures of the things that they see. And when you come back together and debrief about what they saw, you put together an alphabet book about all they found in the community. And when you create your ABC book, this would be a great chance to invite your principal or your assistant principal or your counselor in your room to share all the learning that's going on this first 6 weeks. I want to remind you again that September 17th is Celebrate Freedom Week and National Constitution Day. Your standards say that you are to identify Constitution Day as a celebration of American freedom. I have included on here a website called www.texaslre.org. This is a great site to go to. If you go to it and look under the Lesson Plans tab, you'll find a lot of lessons that will go along with Constitution Day, also more that might go along through the year. But one in particular is called Freedom Elementary School. It is the Freedom Elementary School lesson plan, and it is appropriate for kinder, first, and second. So this might be something that you want to take a look at as you're planning for that day. Also, I want to take this time to remind you of a few things that might be coming up. One, this is an election year. It is very important that we remember that as educators, our job is to stay neutral in election years. You're going to hear a lot of different things coming back and forth from your students, and it's very important that we take that neutral side of things. We tell students what the facts are, but please make sure it's appropriate. We definitely want to make sure that the students do not hear our bias as we are teaching about the importance of what's about to happen with our country. In addition to that, I want to let you know that we are, for the next 6 weeks, going to have both an online version of this again with a photo story that you can see and go through at your leisure. But we will also have an in-person curriculum preview, and that will be after school from 4 to 5:30, so please look forward to those dates coming up on your calendar. So if you see that, you'll want to take a look at that. Thank you. We hope you have a terrific first 6 weeks. Remember, my name's April Chiarelli. It's hard to spell, so if you think about it, it starts like a chia pet and ends with a relly. So it's Chiarelli. But please, just remember, email me anything you need, and I'm happy to be here to help. Have a great first 6 weeks.